1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I was under the impression that the hub on my 6-year-old bicycle had 16 points of engagement. So I went ahead and ordered a new hub from Amazon for $60 that has sealed bearings and 70 points of engagement. But I was wrong about this having 16 points of engagement. I sat there and counted them, and it turns out there's only 15 points of engagement. Anyway, to put in the new hub, I am going to have to respoke this rim. Cassette side, starting at the Presta valve, I am numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc., all the way to 32. Notice I'm only showing the even numbers on this side because the cassette side of the hub feeds to the even numbered holes on the rim. Conversely, starting from the valve, the brake side feeds to the odd numbers. Of course, you're counting backwards or counterclockwise because when I flip it over, it's clockwise. So here's the new hub. It's a Koozer mountain bike hub, XM 490 rear with 72 points of engagement. Listen to that. And this is the number 2. Remember, we want to go out. We're taking it off, so we're going to spin clockwise because we're at basically the bottom of the nut. I want to think of the nipple as a nut because it's basically what it is. The end of think of the spoke as a bolt. That's off. So which way does it want to go? Let's go inward. So we're going to go in that way. We want to go where it has the least amount of resistance. It's got to come over one more. I want a straight shot. And yeah, you have to bend the spokes. And out it goes. Because they're all 14 gauge. When I laced up the new hub to the rim, I was watching television and I didn't record it, so I kind of glossed over how to lace it up. What I've done here is created 2 spreadsheets. One gives an order, the rim hole and its relationship to the hub holes. One on the brake side, one on the cassette side. Let's say that I want to put spokes in at 1 and 2, and I want to go to the opposite side, and I want to go 15 and 16. Well, I see that it is on both sides of the hub. It's hole number 5, and the orientation is under. I have designated a starting point on this hub Notice the angle of the dangle here, it goes to the left regardless of which way you point it. And I have marked hole number 1. Now I count clockwise on the cassette size only because I've chosen to. Okay, so let's say we want to go to hole number 1 on the rim. Well, that would be 4 over, and on the cassette side, brake side it would be 4 over, and on the cassette side it would be 4 over. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I show that's over. Well, over is coming in from this angle. That is over. Okay, counting counterclockwise on the brake side of the hub. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. And over. Now we want to do the opposite side of the rim, which is 15 and 16, and that would be 5 under. Well, we know where 4 is, so 5 has to be the next, whoops, so now I just did that backwards. 5 is the next one over. Remember, we're counting counterclockwise on the brake side, and we're counting clockwise on the cassette side. And like I said, this side is under. Now, so we know the 5s and the 4s kind of go the same basic direction. The 4s go the same direction. They basically go opposite. And this can be your first 4 spokes on your rim, and that'll hold it in place. Well, I just finished stringing up this hub. Next stop, truing stand. Oh, listen to that buzz. I flip it around. And it's not as good as a dial indicator, but then again, this isn't a race car, it's a mountain bike. I bought this spoke tension gauge on Amazon for $20 so I could get a second opinion on my chopstick method of determining tension. Sound good with the chopsticks. You look at the chart and you determine the size of your spoke, and it gives you the range where they should be set. In my case, it's 25 to 34. Because I have a 2mm spoke. Actually, it's 2.16 is the gauge, but it's a 2mm spoke, which is 14 gauge. So as it turned out, using the chopstick method, my spoke tensions were between 22 and 26. And according to the chart, they should be 25 to 34. So anyway, I put Sil Glide here just to keep it from rusting. That's the only reason, just protection. T25. And always overdo this. One good one. Six isn't a whole lot. Chopsticks come in. Loose. I put the tire on this thing, put it back on the bike. It was rubbing on the frame. That's why you should never align these things unless you have a tire on there. Right there, it's pulling away. That's pretty freaking good. I'm going to call that aligned. Spokes tight. Let me start here. All right, let's get a second opinion on my chopsticks. $23. $23.5. $22. Okay, all I've done is made the spokes the same tightness. I haven't done any adjustments. And it's within a millimeter. And if you can see that. Right there, I have black on black. That makes it kind of hard to spot. But anyway, it's good. Okay, let's do the buzz test. So you're going down the trail, and you've hit a spot where there's a lot of rocks and roots, and you don't want your pedal to go all the way down and have a pedal strike, so you can ratchet pedal.